Hello, hello. I hope everybody's here, or if not, then I hope you're on your way. We are here, so we're gonna start again where we left off, basically yesterday. Still have no clue what I'm doing, Godot, but hey, somebody's gotta find out. The only thing that I'm gonna change here for sure is that I'm gonna take this sprite 2D out and change it for an animation sprite 2D, which is something that I checked this afternoon. So I think that's going to be an easier way to do it. So let's delete this node. Should also delete everything underneath it. So now I'm going to add a child node, animation sprite, where are you? Just saw it, animated sprite 2D. There you go. And I'll put this above this one. And what I've learned was that you do that with adding a new sprite frames. Then you click on that, and here you go. You go to your animations. And from that, I will say drag an idle. And um, then you have this button. I also learned that. You go to your art, you go to your dragon. In this case, we have a dragon um, idle. So we open that, and it already knows that we're trying to do an animation. And I can tell it I have 3 frames. And there we go. It's got it separated already. So we just select all the frames. My voice just didn't like that much. And now we check the amount of frames per second because I do not know, but this might be a bit slow. 5 frames per second. Let's see if we can change that to, for example, 10 to see if it looks better. Because obviously I have no clue what the frames per second are supposed to be. Hey, Maitari. Uh, I think that's how you pronounce that, right? Maitari. If I say it wrong, please let me know. I don't know for sure ever if I say names correctly. Welcome. Uh, Always glad to have somebody in, so I'm not feeling like I'm talking to my computer. So we've got this one working, and in the new way, this is supposed to be a much easier way, so I like it. Um, Let me stop that one and enter some extra animations. We have a dragon walking, I think. Dragon walk. Can also change it if that's not Maytari. Maytari. Okay. Sorry if I already asked you that before. I have no clue. I might have, but I'm not perfect, I guess. So this is really, I'm happy that I found this out because yesterday I did this in a way too complicated way. This is definitely um, still not something that I do very easily, but it helps a lot that I now have a way of doing this that is a little faster. Yeah, 3 months ago. Well, okay, I can be forgiven for not remembering it after 3 months, can I? Please. I don't mean anything bad by it, at least. So I try to remember all the names, but I'm pretty happy that you came back though after 3 months. That's super cool. So let's see. Here we go. We have a walk animation. Do we feel that that's too fast, or do you think it's good? I think it might be fine, right? So what else do we have? Because I don't remember. We have a dragon, dragon attack, dragon death. Ooh, dragon death. Dragon hurt. Okay. We're friends on Discord. Yeah, we probably are. We probably are. And that's a nice bridge. We should every now and then just do that because I have a Discord server now. And I'm not used to doing this yet, and I should do this using a bot, but I'm not there yet. My laptop is too slow for it anyway. But anyway, there you go. Um, Let me add the next animation, Dragon Death. Hey, one lion. Lurky turkey for a bit. Welcome, welcome. We're working in Godot for a game jam this time, so it's a little bit different than you're used to from me, but hopefully you still like it. I'm using Godot, and that's something I usually don't do, so everything for me is new. I feel like a noob even more than I normally do. Uh, but yeah, let's hope it's entertaining enough for people to stay. Uh, whether it be lurky turkey or just actually participating, it's fine by me either way. I I appreciate anyone who takes the time to come to my channel to see me create anything, basically, because I'm still not the greatest at anything that I'm doing, but I'm learning. I'm learning, and that's all that really matters, right? So next one gonna be the Dragon Herd. I use Godot 4, but I use Godot script. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I tried. I really tried also to like it, but I can't. I can't. I'm so used to C sharp, and C sharp is for me so much nicer in the way it handles the code. And the only thing that I really dislike now is basically that whenever now I use C sharp in Godot, I still have to wait a long time for it to compile. Um, even, and that's the worst part, even if I don't change any code. So yeah, that's of course a little bit tricky. And yeah, let's see what we do here. I've never used Godot before today. So well today before this week I guess somewhere I started using it a little bit just to try what it does. But I haven't done anything like this before. So um, just like in Unity, I'm learning as I go, and I hope you guys would like to go on the journey with me and see where we get, because that's what we do. We get somewhere, and I don't know where. I know that I can now do probably something in my script. So let me go to my Godot script. Well, Godot script is it's not my C sharp. My player CS that it basically created for me. What I did is I changed some of the actions, and I need to still add the jump action. And I do not have a jump animation, so that's kind of sucky. I will have to do without it. Um, just probably use the idle animation or the walk animation for it. Got to do something if you don't have an animation. I don't think I have the time to actually make a jump animation out of this dragon, which I really wouldn't know how to. This part I kind of like. I mean, the input system of Unity is a little bit more tricky to use, the new input system, and I find this a little bit more intuitive. You can hardly go wrong. Basically, it's super easy, and that I like. So now I also have the jump in there, and now I will have to figure out something with how to actually create animations for it. And this is also something probably nobody that uses Godot script or GD script does much, but I cannot stand not using my brackets. I'm a brackets fanatic, I could say it. So there's got to be something in Godot as well to flip your sprite if you're going the other way. So um, we have a direction here, and I do not know if it's easy to figure out. Direction.x, if direction.x is smaller than 0, I would say that it's going to the left. But how do you flip your image? So that is something I haven't figured out yet. So yeah, reload. This was something I don't understand why that has to be. I'm not having it open, so shouldn't do that. So if I look at my transform, that should also have like a flip or something. How do you flip this thing? Is that just basically, what if I change the scale to -1 or something? Does it turn it around? I don't think so, right? Does that work? Oh, yeah, it does, but not the way I expected. Okay, that is not what I wanted. Um, one, one. Oh wait, it's like linked together also. You cannot just maybe like that. Okay, so if I just do this -1, ha, that works. Okay, so basically I should have the transform scale set to -1 to flip it around if we go in the left direction. I don't know if that's the best way to use it, but that looks like the way to go for now. But how do I access the transform here? Or is just a character body 2D? The character body 2D dot transform dot scale. Let me see if that works. Mm, Does that work? Um, Transform. It actually has a transform, so that is good. Scale, or would it be scale local? This is just dot x. Um, -1. Cannot set that, I bet. Okay. Local scaled local x. Does it know that? Nope, that doesn't work either. It's a method which is not valid. Okay. Does that work? Nah, probably not. It may work. Let's test this out. I have no clue. Yeah. Reload. And now when I play, for me that always has to compile and do whatever. It takes a long time building the .NET project. Hey, Captain Fubar, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm trying to figure out some things that I have never done. Also, again today in Godot, and I just figured out that I can flip my sprite using the scale, and how to do that. I'm trying to figure that out in the code. So welcome, and grab yourself a nice seat, grab a drink. Don't forget to hydrate, and let's see if this works. I bet you forgot that this takes forever for me to build, but we got that. Oh, and Captain Fubar, for your information, I figured out to change the sprite 2D that I had yesterday to an animated sprite 2D, which made my animations a little bit easier to do. So I'm pretty happy about that. I just tested 4 different animations and they work. So Just want to see if now if I go to the left, if that actually flips my sprite. Yeah, I only have it now that way, so that's not correct. Um, that is not what I wanted, so this is going to go back to 1. Have to tab. I always forget that I have to tab out. Why the heck does that keep linking it? I don't want that. Dragon already spitting fire? Not yet. No, no, no. I need to do that animation still. There's an attack animation. I can put that in most likely. Hey, that's the one I forgot. Look at that. Okay, let's do that so we can test it out. Oh, dragon. Dragon attack. Here we go. This was a revelation for me. This is so much easier because yesterday was really stunting around. Actually, that is 4. That's perfect. It doesn't spit fire in this part yet, though. Be right back, grabbing some coffee. Need that. Let afternoon pick me up. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make sure you drink whatever you need to feel good and hydrate, and make sure you're happy about everything. Oh, that looks pretty okay. I'm not sure if I want to up the frame rate on that one. Let's check if I do. What happens? Nah, that's too fast. Really too fast. I like 5 better. Which makes me figure that I might also have to do that with the other ones. So let's see the death again. Well, that is good enough. Hurt, also at 5. Looks okay. Idle, set that to 10. I think that's too fast. Let's go back to 5. Yep, better. Same for walk, most likely. Yeah, this is too fast. I asked before, but there was not so many people here yet, so I guess this is the better way to do it. I do have also this attack animation, but it's still not. Oh, that is the dragon attack. There was something with fire attack. Yeah, so I can probably do something with this. Um, so let me get my browser and do that. Or was it again? Uh, sprite sheet. Images to sprite sheet generator. That was it. So I can do that with the fire attack 126. There's nothing else that I have here that I need. Okay. So browse images here. Sorry that you guys cannot see that, but I don't think you miss out much. We did this yesterday also. It's just a matter of getting my different fire attack images, putting them in a browser, and that browser will basically tell me, okay, here is your anime, here's your sprite sheet. So download your sprite sheet and you can actually create your fire. That's it. So I'm now downloading it. Let's put it directly where I want it, if I can. That looks like right there. Not sprite sheet, of course. Fire. That sounds good enough. Hmm. Okay, I think it did it. So let's see if we can find it also by just going back here. I think it just imported it. There you go. There's my fire animation. So I can add this one. But I should probably use that loose. But for that, I still don't know what to do. I will figure that out. but it's part of my dragon. So that will be this one. It has just one vertical, and there are 6 images. There we go. Select all, add, and let's see that in action. All looks pretty cool. If I can make that come out of the dragon's mouth, I think we're doing good. So, without further ado, we have our guy doing correctly. So let's. Okay, I don't think that was supposed to be the the thing that I see right now. I do think I had that in the animation player. Um, Wait, sorry. Scenes, player. My idle was. Oh, wait, of course. Since I've been doing this, I haven't yet um, set this to be the first animation. But sprite frames, there we go. Ah, okay. Idle, and where was that button? This one, right? Autoplay on load. That's the one that we always want to load. We want to also repeat those. I don't want to repeat everything, I think. I don't think I want to repeat that. Just once. Dragon Death, same thing. We don't want to repeat that. Attack. Mm, I think we might want to do it. Hey, Shittiest Gold. Uh, how are you doing on this fine Monday? It's the week that I'm turning a year older. Kind of scary still. That's good. Good to hear that you're all right. Have you been working on something lately? I don't think I've seen you stream this week, right? Or the last few days. Maybe I missed it because in the weekend I couldn't really do much. It was Father's Day and stuff like that, so you can imagine how that goes. You basically have no time for yourself. You're working on the trans website. Ah, okay, cool. Let's do some promotional messages in every now and then in the chat. I'm sorry, I don't have a chatbot yet. I don't think my laptop can take it, so I have to copy and paste them myself. But at least it works. Anyway, what I'm doing right now, I'm working on a game jam game for the Captain Coder. Um, so the theme of this one is you are the monster. Uh, you will be doing a 3-hour stream every day this week. Wow, every day this week. I cannot stream every day in a week. I wish I could, but I can't. So, but yeah, I'm trying to create a game where you are a dragon, and the idea is that you basically destroy as much as possible in a short time, and you get points for destroying. That is my thought, at least. I hope I can make it happen. I have never used Godot before for making anything. I've just dabbled about a little bit in it. Tried first to use Godot script, but I hate Godot script. Sorry for anyone who I'm stepping on his toes, but I prefer C Sharp. I know C Sharp much better. So, um, oh, and about the bots. Bots are super lightweight, especially if they focus on one channel. Trust me. Yeah, well, I tried before and I started the bot and I couldn't get it to do anything really. Welcome back, Captain Fubar, and you have the brown gold in your hands. That's good. That's good. Um, you missed that most likely. Then I just was doing my animation for the dragon, and I keep having trouble finding things here. Must be me, but we checked the fire animation, and I think it looks pretty damn cool. Why is it collapsing every time? I didn't say to do that. Anyway, I just wanted to press play. I think that looks pretty cool. Liquid energy. Did you configure it with tokens and such? I have tokens on it, and um, it yeah it didn't really work for me. Yeah, so as you know, I'm still pretty new to streaming. I'm already pretty happy that I got to affiliate and that I have a, a nice growing amount of followers, which I'm very thankful for. So that everyone who's here for the first time, if you consider following, I really appreciate it. It's very nice. Um, yeah, and also if you have Prime and you want to subscribe and you can subscribe, please, I would be very thankful if you use it. It helps the channel, it helps me, and basically one day I hope to have a little bit of a better laptop or computer because this thing is very slow and it really hurts me. And yes, I have a Sprite one. I am happy about that. I made everything Sprite sheets myself, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we have so far. Um, I keep doing things different probably because I still am not very used to things here. I'm not sure how it's usually done, but I made my own bot, so yeah, well, wish I had time to do that. Anyway, this is the little bit of scene that I have so far. It's not much, but it does work, and I don't know why it keeps going now to another animation standard. It should now start with the idle animation because I set that up to start as soon as we load the scene. So let's hope it is the case because we now are standing in an attack pose, which is fine. We're going to have to fake the jumping because we don't have a jumping animation for this or flying, which I think is stupid. You have a dragon thing that you give out, but you don't have a flying animation. That should be the first thing you do, right? Anyway, let's see how it starts. Does it start with my idle animation? I hope so. There we go. It does. So let me, it jumps. That works. It doesn't flip. It doesn't flip. You start again as a noob if you do it in a different engine, but I would say that the transform with scale local or something like that should be able to flip, but it doesn't. Oh, maybe the zero is wrong. I don't know. I would say that this is the way to go, though. That's what I would expect it to do. Flip it that way. And I'm kind of trying to find how that works because I wouldn't expect that to be so hard, to be honest. Should be pretty easy, but somehow it is not. Just make your own engine somehow. No need to subtract from velocity, but okay. I'm not subtracting. Okay. So if I do that, then I'm subtracting from the okay. But then the direction makes me go the other way. Yeah, but I mean, the moving is not the issue. It's the flipping of the canvas. Is that because it should already do that, right? This is a standard script that the thing puts out. Velocity.x is direction.x times speed, which I get. That's not so hard. But then I would say if direction, but it doesn't flip my image. That's what I was wanted to do, and that's why I figured out, which is for me also new, that if I look at my transform here, well, I have to go to the other scene, of course. I keep doing that wrong. So I look at my animated sprite 2D and my transform. If I scale that the other way around, then it goes to the other way. Oh, okay. Somehow shaking my head. Okay. Sorry, Shadiest Goat, for me SMH is still somehow. Look under offset. Uh, okay, so offset is the one that I need to do. Flip. Okay, flip horizontal. Okay, so then it means that this dot offset, offset, does it have offset? No. And it's not a transform because it's not in a transform. Okay, so just flip ha. Right. Doesn't say anything about where it's from. Let me see. Funny, because sprite.scale is some answer that I find on the internet as well. Sprite.scale is new vector 2 minus 1 1 to flip horizontally. Maybe it's different just in C sharp, could be. So let me try that for a second because that's what I was doing. If yes, you want to get the animated sprite node. Root node character body 2D. Yeah, the root node is the character body 2D. So get node, and then, but am I, yeah, okay, animation, animator, well, anime, animated sprite 2D dot, where is it? Flip H. There you go. It's true, I guess. Doesn't like that. I guess I'm too used to C sharp or something. Does that work like this, maybe? No, right? Shouldn't. This is GG script. Okay, so this doesn't, it doesn't know this. Funny though, because it does seem to understand it. Must be an equivalent of that. Yeah, I mean, take that brown gold. I'm here. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'll figure it out on my own if you don't help me. But uh, use either S or get node. Oh, dollar. Okay, get node. But the get node we have. I don't think it works the same in C sharp though. I was getting there, I think, but get node path to my animated sprite 2D by, yeah, okay. Get node. It has this option, so this should be, okay, that's actually the path. Jesus, how does that work though? Uh, animation, animated, sorry, animated sprite 2D, sorry thingy. And then here should be the path of that. Notepad path. How does that work? Is it like this? I do not know how those paths work. I've never seen those before. How do you know the path? You can see the scene. Let me help you show you the scene tree. The scene tree. There you go. Here's the scene tree. Character body 2D, animated sprite 2D, and a collision shape 2D. And I would say if I have my animated sprite 2D, then I should be able to just say offset dot flip h true. Does that work? Really? Animated sprite 2D dot flip h. Nope. Is that small letters really? No. Uh-huh. Because I do think with the skill you could also get it to work. So get node enemies friend, enemies friend. Okay. I think I got it. And you might already have said it, or maybe not. But I think it is get node of type animated sprite 2D. Okay. With the path just simply being animated sprite 2D, and then flip h true. It is C sharp. But I probably want to put this into a variable because this is not something I will want to do all the time. So, what type of thing is that? It's just animated sprite 2D. Let's see if that works. Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Everything that I know is wrong, and everything I know is different. It's getting a little bit confusing to me. Anyway, let's do it the ugly way then. At least that should work. Just want to have it for sure go left and right and look like it's going left and right. That's what I really want. You were giving me GD script code. It's okay. It's okay. Too small on your stream. You want me to zoom in my code? I can do that. There you go. Is that better? Oh, it's easier for anyone. So I prefer everyone to be able to see it. So I hope everybody would tell me if they think it's too small, because if they don't, I would never know. Okay, let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get the show on the road. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's build. Let's build. I want to see that you go left and right. And then we're still so far off from actually destroying stuff on screen. I really don't know if I can get anything playable in this short amount of time in an engine that I'm really not known on how to use it. Cool, it has a slide on ceiling property. That is funny. Okay, bring it on, bring it on. Show me the money. By the way, have you tried out Find yet? Nope. Yay, look at this, guys. We have ourselves an actual flipping dragon. I couldn't be happier. Woohoo, do a backflip. Yeah, I wish I could do that. No, I haven't used Find. No, I have used ChatGPT, um, and I have used something called Safurai, which is something you can use in VS Code. Um, but I try not to use it so much because a lot of times it basically gets a lot of crap out of it. Most of the times it doesn't work. Okay, well, let me open that. Still have no rules against anybody putting in any kind of links for me. I'm just gonna trust you guys not to put anything bad. So I will bookmark this and see if it can help me a little bit. Well, at least we have got the URL down there. So we got a player. We can jump. We can go left. We can go right. I'm gonna now make sure that I also do the animation, because basically if it is not factored to 0, that means we're walking, right? I do not know which one this is going to do. Probably, but I don't recommend putting a link blocker. It is more annoying than anything. Yeah, I see some people actually giving people points or setting stuff open to make it possible, basically, to post a link. Normally, they don't have that open. But yeah, I really don't see the need yet to block the use of links. So let me see. So this should be able to do something with that animator also. I'm gonna have to figure out how to basically get to my other animation. Should not be the hardest in the world. So if I go to my animated sprite again, I should also be able to change the animation to another one. We can try that. So let's figure this out. I really am gonna have to make this a variable. Animated sprite 2D. Animated sprite. But yeah, that is for later concern. Animation is, or to play, I think, right? Play. Does it have a play option? Nope. Animation. Or does it go like that maybe? Drag and walk. Nope. Hey, One Lion, thanks for the raid. That is so nice. And hello at the Flux Streams. I'm trying to do Godot with C Sharp. Yes. And why my chat is so big? Because I, for one freaking reason, cannot get it to go any smaller. I've tried everything, but there's um, no way to get it smaller. Maybe I'll just turn it off altogether. You guys can read each other's stream anyway, right? Doesn't have to be in here. You know what? I'll just do that. There you go. It's a little better, maybe. Um, hey, Abadus. Yeah, it does sound like playing with fire. You know what is even funnier? I'm actually using fire, hopefully. And the chat I was using was from One 3D Pro. Uh, it's a free thing that I still had. I figured I'd have to put the chat back in, but it was gone. Generic host. Have you ever tried? I was trying to get some idea if I could use .NET 6 generic host with Godot. Have you ever tried? Actually, no. Until this week, I was not using Godot at all. I was using Unity, and I will probably also, for most of the time, still be using Unity. Um, Unity is where I do my main project. Normally, I work on a game about my daughter, and that I am building in Unity, where the first level is set in Amsterdam, and after that we'll explore the world of Greek mythology. So that is something that will normally come. At the moment, I'm trying this for a game jam to see if I can get this working, because basically it's a little bit leaner. By the way, thank you for the follow, Deflux Streams. That's always appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the stay here, and maybe you got encouraged a little bit by One Lion, who is really awesome. Thank you very much, One Lion, for directing your people over here. I hope you guys will enjoy your stay. I, I usually stream every Monday around the same time, around 8 p.m. So, yeah, if you want to catch me again, it's 8 p.m. CET, by the way, for the. uh, yeah, it's you have nightdev.com CapChat. Okay, I've used it before. I made my own. Okay, that is something I will try later. Soft Ashen Software, thank you for the follow as well. It's taking a little bit of time sometimes to update in my screen, but thank you for the follow. What a nice surprise! So many new followers. I really like that. Yeah, I'm just learning this stuff. I mean, basically up until last week, I've never used Godot before. I was dabbling about a little bit, just figuring out how some of the systems work, how hard or easy it would be to basically create the things in C sharp that you do in Godot script. GD script really didn't catch me. I wanted it to catch me, but it didn't. It looked too much like Python to me, and I am not a great fan of Python. Python really um, doesn't work for me, as I would say. Um, Nothing against it. If you are good at that, I'm pretty sure you will be very happy to use it. But for me, mm, yeah, I basically couldn't get into it. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just still trying to do this in C sharp. Guilty by association. Well, yeah, uh, nobody's guilty here. I mean, everybody gets to use whatever they like. I mean, I'm much better at C sharp. I think anything will be a challenge for me at the moment anyway, because I'm new at this. But hopefully, I can get this to work. I'm pretty sure this animated sprite 2D should be the base, and I should be able to get to the animation from here. I do see animation, but um, that is all not a function. Current animation from the animated sprite to the sprite frames resources. The value is changed. The animated sprite to frame counter and animated sprite to the frame progress are reset. Oh, and it's free. Wait, if you want some nice stuff, Stream Elements, not Streamlabs, avoid Streamlabs, can be used for overlays, and I think a chat bot. I don't know, I have my own bot, and they also have a event queue which shows donations, followers, shop, etc. Okay, sounds interesting. And the fact that it's free is really helpful because I still do not have a lot of budget. I mean, I'm hunting subscribers. I should almost say. I hope that the people who have their Amazon Prime subscriptions available still, that one of them might use it every now and then. And I have one that did that last week. I wasn't even streaming. It's the Brum VNL that you see down there. He was my first and only subscriber so far. I've had some donations from two very nice friends that both donated me some money, and I am, yeah, basically using will be using that money for upgrading my development machine, and later on for getting people to do animations and pixel art and voiceovers for the game, because that is one thing that is also pretty important. My main game will also be available for people with disabilities, so I'm going to make it available for blind people. I'm going to make it available for people who are deaf, but also people who can just play with one hand. Like some people are not able to do multiple buttons at the same time, and why on earth would they not be allowed to play this game, right? I feel that is something that we should be able to do a lot more. Uh, People who were blind were not sometimes always blind. They still want to play games. So um, yeah, so that will need me to for sure hire some voiceover artists, because yeah, I can do stuff myself, but not that much. Actually, that does work. I was thinking about that, but I thought I needed to get to the other part first. But apparently this will work. Okay, that is cool. So we can basically check this pretty fast. Um, if not vector 0, then it should be, and otherwise, I find this one a bit weird. This is the code that they provide themselves, this part, the velocity x here. But the velocity x should be 0, right? If you're in vector to 0, you're not moving forward. Or am I completely out of my brain here? Normally I would say if my direction is not equal to vector to 0, that means I'm moving. But if it's vector to 0, that means I'm standing still. Okay, so this actually will make me go to a standstill. Then it also should make me go to the idle animation, if I was not already. Just wanted to be sure about that, because I found the code a little bit weird. Normally I would say the velocity to x is like 0, but maybe it's harder code than necessary. Could be. Here we go. Yeah. Reload that thing. Reload. I think it's also a new thing in the latest version of Godot, the Godot 4.03. I think it's a new thing that you can also now edit the C# script directly in Godot. That wasn't before, as far as I know. Hey, one line, whoo, back, and you are welcome. I'm going to be working while listening and half watching. You're always welcome to lurk here, one line. You know that, right? I mean, I'm just grateful that you choose me to come and join whenever you feel that you're done with for today. It's very, very appreciated. Let me see now if I can actually start having some animations other than the idle one. By the way, somebody asked me to maybe up the volume of my microphone a little bit. They found me to be a bit more soft, or too much on the soft side. Is that better this time, or do you still feel that it's pretty soft? I mean, I am a soft-spoken person. I mean, my voice is a pretty soft one. Okay, audio is fine. Good. Happy to hear that. That's what we're going for. The building of the .NET project is something that shows you how slow this could be in Unity for me. So one of the things that I have to do is talk. If I don't talk, then you guys get bored out of your minds and will be gone in 2 seconds. So I have to make sure that you guys are still interested while the .NET project is building. So it's a good test of my ability to keep people entertained. I'm really curious to see if this works, though. That makes me want to make it go faster. I don't get bored. I'm going so many things, doing so many things at the same time as it is. Yeah, true. I mean, I've had people just be lurking basically and listening to me while they do their own thing. Some people really like my relaxing voice. and say that it really calms them down. That's nice to hear, of course. So let's hope that that stays the same for people, that they will always be happy to listen to me. You want faster? GD script is an option. Yes, I've heard that. I've heard that. Good try, Captain Fubar. Good try. I really must admit that. Hey, do you see that, guys? It's walking. I'm not really liking the walk animation much though. It's a bit weird. But that means we can now trigger animation. So we can also go from idle to attack. We can go from idle to walk to death to getting hurt and everything. So we've gotten progress. And still everything looks like crap, I know. But yeah, that's just me and not able to make any nice style sheets really. Um, I think what we can also start doing maybe is creating backgrounds that we can do something like parallaxing for. Don't know how hard that is in Godot. I have a script for that that works in Unity, but I'm pretty sure that will not work out of the box here. Anyway, look at how cool our dragon is, right? I mean, I couldn't in my right mind create any game where I'm not a dragon if I'm supposed to be a monster. But there's also not a lot of monster sprite things around. Everything is easy if you know how to. Yeah, true. And everything is cool when you're part of a team, right? So let's go to our main scene again. We have some tile sheets and stuff like that. I would expect that I'm able to fly, and even though I have no clue how I should create an animation for that, because I don't have one, and I do not have the time to create a fully flying dragon animation. I mean, I'm still also learning pixel art. If I want to make a flying dragon animation, I think I need a lot more time than this. But that would be my go-to thing, and then I would say from there you would switch to your attack animation, which already looks a little bit like you're on your back legs, um, which can also be in your flying pose, and then you breathe fire. That would be perfect. However, I want to also be able to fly. I guess it will have to be the idle animation, or it will have to be the walking animation, which will look probably horrible. But hey, we're not trying to create perfection. We're trying to create a game jam game, right? So we can work a little bit with whatever we get. But seriously, parallaxing background in Godot is easy to implement. Okay, okay. Let's first get the backgrounds. That would be the first way to do it. So let's see. We have our dragon, we have backgrounds, we have 3 layers of backgrounds. And let me see. I heard you can double click it and see how it goes. There's 3 layers, background layer 1, background layer 2, and there's a background layer 3. Okay. I wonder how it will look all over each other. So I would expect that I will need to put something in here for my backgrounds. But what kind of notes would I need for that? Parallax back. They have actually a parallax background node. Wow. Parallax layer. We have parallax layers. Wow, cool. Well, I don't. Oh, okay. So that needs a parallax background. Okay, but I didn't see a parallax background node. So let me see that first. Ah, there on the canvas layer. You better know that stuff, right? So that means we're gonna put in 3 layers here, I would say. And in those 3 layers, we put the different backgrounds. Okay, so let's see. We need to put in motion. Okay, we have transform, visibility, ordering texture. Texture should be the one that I have to use. Material. What is material? Is my texture? Every layer will hold the sprites you want to parallax. You need to define the what? The mirroring value. Mirroring value. What is the mirroring value? Useful for creating an infinite scrolling background. If an axis is set to 0, the texture 2D will not be mirrored. If the length of the viewport axis is bigger than twice the mirrored axis size, it will not repeat infinitely, as the parallax layer only draws 2 instances of the texture at any one time. It will be the size of the texture you want to mirror. So basically that means it should be 320 by 180. Okay, so you need to put in again a child node, and that should be a sprite 2D. Why doesn't it go there? I told you it would have to be there. Then the texture will be my new image texture. Where's my image? Oh wait, there we go. Resource, no. Should I just be able to drag that? I don't know. Ah, yeah, there you go. That's my texture. I'll probably have to move that a bit, in case you only want to mirror the texture in X direction. Probably gonna make it a bit bigger than this, right? And I want to make it as big as this. Looks pretty okay. In your case, you only want to mirror the texture in X direction. So that means I will have to put in mirroring, and I would have to put in 320. Is that what we're talking about? So now when I would move, it would start to keep going. Okay, let me see about adding here another sprite 2D. There we go. Or am I now creating it too big? I don't know. Times the scale value you just applied. Scale value I just applied. So both of them should be that. Okay, select the first sprite. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, I will do that. 320 by 180. Go into transform. Transform. There we go. Ah, this is the scale that you mean. So that has to be 320 by 3. Hello. By 3 times 6. I know for a fact since today that you can just say here times 3.6. So that should be it, right? Haha, I figured it out myself. I knew it. With a little bit of help from Captain Fubar, of course. So this should also be times 3.6. Should be at least. Unless I've made a boo-boo. Already starts to look pretty cool, right? Kind of like it. Sprite 2D. Here we go. Let's throw in this one. Oh, no. Do you guys also have that? You click next to something and then you feel screwed because everything is moved. Ah, come on. So I'm sure this is the same like in Unity. You could probably just copy values over. I think I put it like somewhere here. So let's put this with my motion, my mirroring, 320 times 3.6. Might not be perfect, but who cares? As long as it looks okay. I don't think that tree looks perfectly well done though. For some reason this looks cut off. It is cut off. Oh well. Hello. Sorry. Is that Livio BRC? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can you tell me how to pronounce that? No, I'm not from Germany. I'm from your neighboring country. I'm from the Netherlands. Um, Thank you for dropping in, and I hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. I normally am making a game about my daughter called Gaia. She's almost 5 years old at the moment, and I'm making a game about her and Greek mythology. Um, it's all Europe to you. Yeah, that's also a way of looking at it. Basically, we're very close anyway. So Europe is Europe. I could agree with that. Basically, in a way, we're all in Europe, and basically, there's no borders anymore. So I could be in Germany in 1.5 hours, basically, just by driving. So it's not that far. And how did you find me? Yeah, sorry, but I do not know how to pronounce it. Livio? I'll just call you Livio because I don't think BRSC I am supposed to pronounce right. Alternatively, you just needed to add all sprites and scale the parallax background to your viewport at the end. Scale the parallax background to your viewport at the end. Okay. So I would not have to do the mirroring either. So basically, what you're saying, I could have just done add in the sprites, then tell the parallax background thing to scale to my viewport instead of doing it individually for each sprite. Okay. Well, I guess this teaches me more than it does if I would just try a different way. Oh, there's like several ways that go to Rome, right? But let's see how it works. Oh, wait. Yeah, too late already, I guess. I already pressed play. I still need to set the scale value. Oh, sorry, I mixed up Dutch and Deutsch. That's no problem, right? You're welcome as well. Ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen, wenn das sein sollte. Because you guys are Germans, you're my neighbors. It's not so hard for me to also speak German. I come from the coast. Ooh, by the way, that looks pretty terrible, but okay. Each parallax layer has a scale value that you can set. So, okay. Scale value. So, okay. It's never a problem to mix up any name of a language. It's fine with me. It will scale the scrolling speed for each layer. Okay, so basically you would say that scale 1 or whatever is closer and then further away becomes smaller or bigger, right? In your case, you're only interested in the X value. Okay. The higher the scale, the faster it scrolls. So the closer to me, the faster it should scroll. Which one was what? That is the question. That is the closest, so this one should be, yeah, the furthest away would be this one. I will set it to 1. We already have that. Um, Higher the scale, the faster it scrolls. So we have to up the scale for this one. So what would we do for this one? Let's put it to 4 just to try it out. I'm used to basically, it still links that shit. It always links everything. I don't want it to be linked. There you go. And that one is closer to me, so I'd have to go, for example, to 8. Let's just see. Because I am used for Unity to be between 0 and 1. Um, 1 being furthest away, 0 being closest. Um, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I set up parallaxing anyway. It's a high value. Okay, so 8 is too high. You would say, for example, 3 and 2. I can do that. I'm fine. I like it either way, as long as it works. Keep your paws off of that. Okay, now I'm going to test it. I just set it to lower values and see how it works. If it works. If that works, we already have animations working, we have parallaxing working, we have a background set, even though it doesn't look anything like I want it to, but hey, we're just testing out here, right? I think I saw a tip somewhere about how to get those um, pixels not look so terrible. I will figure that out. The camera is not moving yet because the camera needs to be on my player, right? What is that icon again? Let's open an editor. Yeah, there's no camera on the player. That's what I figured. Um, but there's no camera in the scene, right? Or am I daft here? It's I need to add a camera to this. So a sub-child node, and that should be the camera 2D. That makes it follow him automatically. Oh, it has to be in the player scene, or does this also work? Let's just see if this works. Then we're gonna have a. We see it fast enough. It works this way too. Okay, that's cool. And Unity, I'm used to the Cine machine. As long as camera is a child of the player. Yeah, but probably better if it's in the scene, right, of the player, because that's actually something that's getting updated. Now it will be, well, because player is basically like, see, yeah, it does work. Looks horrible. And now it looks like my floor is moving. I don't know why, but it looks like it is. Alternatively, you can even use a remote transfer mode to the Jesus. Can you call it even more difficult? Well, it does work, and I'm pretty happy about that. But my floor looks like it's scrolling in a really weird way. So basically, you would say that it's like 1 is the furthest away, but everything else is just like a little bit higher than 1. Because I normally would expect the scale to go a little lower, but I don't. Like maybe I will do just 1.2 and 1.3. Let's see how that goes. I keep. Why is that? Oh, why do they always keep that linked? If I wanted that, I would put it myself, like between 1 and 2 max. The scale basically multiplies the player's move velocity. Okay. Yeah, it's annoying. Sorry to say. If I wanted to change both values at the same time, I would do it, but I must be me, but I dislike it when they're trying to take my control out of my hands. It's me. I want to do this. Still kind of looks like my floor is moving along with it, but it's better than it was. Yeah. Okay, now I need to look at those sprites because I know for a fact that you can do something with that. Um, I saw it. I just don't know where I saw it. There's something that you should do with maybe the texture or something. Yeah, it was not filter inherit, but nearest. And then it's not so pixelated. Or, not pixelated, of course, but then it's not so, how do you call that? Blurry. Yeah, I know I saw that somewhere. No, not linear nearest. Thank you. If your whole project should use, yeah, then I go to the project settings. Where is that? I saw it. Project settings, general, then go to, where is it? Where is it? Rendering textures. Then here you go to nearest. I'll do that. And there's also something with advanced settings. What was that again? Was not for this, was for something else. There's a lot of other stuff that I do not have here. Uh, has to do also, I think with my stretch mode and stuff like that. Stretch mode, canvas items, viewport and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff like that. Kind of seems like closest would be 1 and further would be less than 1, depending on how far you intend the closest background layer to be. Hey, unexpected game dev. How nice that you're also here today. We're not doing Gaia today. We're working in Godot and we're trying to get a game going for the game jam of our good friend, the Captain Coder, who we all adore and think is perfect, and he is. Um, and hey, AZ, also here. I didn't notice you were also already here. Maybe you just came in. Maybe you didn't say hi. Maybe you did. Maybe I missed it. I'm sorry if I did, because this is all so new to me. I'm kind of intently staring at the screen a lot, so hopefully I don't miss too much. I'm saving a lot because I don't want to lose what I'm trying to do right now. But as far as I know, I should now have a bit more crisp background than I had before. Um, yeah, depends on how you want your background to move. If you want the furthest background static, you set it to 1, else you go below 1. Such a cool scene. Thank you. Thank you. It's just basically some auto-generated stuff that it's not mine. I wish I could have said that I did that, but that's not true. So, but I do have everything set up with a little bit of help here. Uh, Seems to work pretty good. Now my backgrounds look a lot better than they did before. Um, yeah, if I would be quite honest, I think that I have quite different texture sizes between these things, but at least it works. And um, yeah, I have an animation that works. I have a dragon. I mean, I think I should turn this in right now, right? How could I lose? I have a dragon. I have an animated parallax background. This is it, right? Dragons for the win, right? I'm gonna have to figure out though how on earth I can destroy things. So I should start putting in things that I will destroy. Yeah, I'm done basically. This is it. This is all I need to do. Um, I will want to do some more, of course, but this should be all I have to do. Once again, set the background up first with all the textures, then scale the parallax background node to adjust to the viewport. Set the background up first with all the textures and scale the parallax background node to adjust to the viewport. Yeah, I understand what you say because I still see the bottom to be gray, and that should not have to be. So does that mean if I now scale this, does it transform this scale? So if I just up it a little bit, it should work. Hey Abadus, thank you for the follow. Should keep all things nice and relative. Um, yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have Captain Fubar, and also yesterday I had not just Captain Fubar, but geez, what was his name? He was constantly talking, helping me out a lot. Then I would not have had anything right now, because yeah, I can really tell I'm not great yet in Godot, but it does seem to be pretty easy for setting up a basic 2D thing. There's just a lot of confusion for me, and I'm sure a lot of people who have never worked with Godot before will have the same kind of issues. I was looking my ass off where to do animations, and now that I know, it's pretty easy. But if you don't know it, geez, you will be looking forever. It's really hard. But yeah, those kind of things are what I find out now. There's some struggles with that. Of course, I didn't take the easy road because I went for C sharp, and most people here will be probably more and always using the GD script version. I chose not to because I cannot stand the look of GD scripts. I don't want to be bad or have anyone against me, but GD script for me is too much like Python, and I really cannot look at Python with its. Uh, yeah, how can I say it? It's way too forgiving in its coding. It allows not using your dot commas or your semicolons and stuff like that. It's really forgiving, and yes, of course, that's nice in the beginning, but I would get confused rather fast as well because you also have no brackets that you need. You just basically use your indentation, but if you make a small mistake in that, good luck finding it. That is something that I would probably have a lot of trouble with. Anyway, so if I understood you correctly, Captain Fubar, I should change the scale of this to make it fit. Would I see that fast, or like one that, for example, would fit the entire screen? I think that fits. Should I also cater for the fact that if my camera is moving with me and I'm going down in the scene, it will move down? Or is that not something that works this way? Because in Unity, I have, for example, a cine machine, and I have to basically set the bounds between which I want the camera to follow my player. Okay, so you can set limits to the camera. Basically the same kind of thing, just on a different way. Limit. There you go. Ooh, okay. Limit the camera to the left and bottom value. So the left. How do I know where that is? Oh, that's the red that I see there, or not? I see a red line going all the way. Left is 0. Yeah. Okay. If, oh no, I didn't say anything. So I reset this one. Let's see what it was. Okay, so that light purple value is basically my camera, I guess, because that got shorter. No, it's the green one. The red is for Y value. Okay. Ah, okay. But I didn't see the green one change, did I? I see this pinky line. It gets shorter when I go to 0. Top is of no interest. Okay. Yeah, of course, that, and then bottom should be 0, I guess, or the other boundaries are not visible on stream. At least not on my end. Okay, so it's, I know it's 0 would be the middle of, would be the top of the screen, I guess. So it's the height of the screen most likely. Bottom is probably the last position of the last tile. Okay, so the bottom of this tile. Where's the measure tool? Let's see, this should be the measure tool, right? Ruler mode, no. Where's the measure tool? It is the, okay, so it is that one. And then, what do I do? What is that? I still don't know where I am. So that is from there to down, so it would be like 652 pixels. Okay, wait, where's 0? My mouse doesn't like to go to 0. Okay, that is the other. Make it 650. Okay, there we go. We'll just toy around with it a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and lurk unexpected. Was already unexpected that you would be here. So let's see how that works a little bit. Do I see the camera bounce now? I see something, but I'm not 100% sure what it is yet. That light purple line. Yeah, I see one that goes straight through the bottom of my screen. Just under the, yeah, just about the bottom of my, yeah. I think it's in the correct place, but we'll see it pretty easily, I guess, if I move more to the right, because I'm lower there, it should not move there. And we should be able to just see my floor. Yeah, that looks like it's okay, right? I didn't have anything below this. Well, I'm dead. Stupid, how can I die? I'm a dragon, I should be able to fly. But I don't have a fly animation. That's so sad. Anyway, okay, we've got this thing going on. I think I'm pretty happy about that so far. So now we should actually start to either build a level, which we can of course do, or put in some things that we could try to destroy. We have an attack animation, so we could do that. Um, that means I also will want to have a button for it. Probably, I would say control is a good um, way to do an attack. So attack. I would say the control button is the best one. Wouldn't know if you guys agree, but I think usually control is a good one. Um, and I saw some tutorials about this, but it's a modifier key, so we shouldn't. Okay, then I won't. But what do we use then for attacking? I think usually that is the most. Maybe the E then, but it's more like interaction, right? Could use the mouse, but that I don't really want to do. E or Q? Q is maybe E then, because I find it a little bit out of the way. I don't know. I would probably never use E myself, but yeah, that doesn't mean anything. F for fire. Yeah, that could be. So let's do that also. F. There we go. So F should mean that I breathe fire. E should be that I just do a physical attack. Okay, we should be able to do something with that. So this is just handle jump. So I'm gonna do that here. Handle attack. If input dot is action. God damn it. Just pressed. Attack. Should not have to look at the is on the floor because I don't care. You can be flying. It's all fine with me. I miss a bracket. That's what I thought. Then, well, first of all, let's change the animation. I'm not going to type that in again because I'm basically very, very, very lazy. Drag and attack. Tip: you could use and override the input or unhandled input methods. They catch the event instead of checking a physics process. Yeah, it's manual. Okay. Override the input or unhandled input methods. My ear was starting to hurt. Nice headsets. Oh, by the way, you guys knew that I have channel points. I have no idea what all of them do, but feel free to go bonkers with them. I don't know what that exactly does. I think you can get some custom emoticons and stuff like that. Just go ape. Highlight messages. I don't know. It's all possible. Let's just see first if it works, and then after that, I will see about going a different direction, like you say, override those events. Um, change input action event, add input action. Well, I wasn't expecting to be able to do so much the first time anyway, so let's see how far we get. I would be pretty happy if I can get today something in that I can actually attack, that I can destroy. I'm probably gonna put humans in there that attack you and objects that you want to destroy. You probably get bonus points if you destroy one of the humans. You get points for destroying objects, um, something like that. So I also will have to figure out how to do UI here. Probably it's also very easy because everybody who uses Godot says that it's easy. So I'm gonna just assume that you guys are right. And E doesn't do anything. Or is it trying to do something? No, it's not, right? E is not, well, it is interrupting, but let me see my player. Can I do that while I'm playing? I should probably check my player scene though, because I want to see if it changes my animation. It doesn't. Well, you don't see that here anyway. Can I see the code? Of course you can see the code. Captain Fullbar, you can see anything you want. I did name it attack, didn't I? Starting to doubt myself. I assume I know the issue here. I assume you probably know everything, right? Much better, at least, than I do. Okay, what is happening is that the idle animation overrides the attack animation. Yeah, that's probably because we're standing still. So this one is overriding that one. So I'm going to make a boolean here. Public bool is attacking is false. So that should be easy enough. So here, if I'm going to do this, then is attacking becomes true, right? So here, then we say um, here, else if not is attacking, then we can get this node to go. The velocity can still be the same, and a variable to hold the state. Okay, you need states. Yeah, okay. Make a simple state machine, create an enum state, idle move, jump, attack, fire, and a variable to hold the state, like for a current state. Yeah, okay, that I understand. Um, okay, so is attacking is an option, of course. Public enum. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna call it state. Um, animation state, I would say, but I like it better if that's like that. So then we're gonna go idle, um, walk. We have attack, hurt, death. Did we have more? Yeah, we don't have jump. We do have fire. Okay, so then we get basically the jump. Yeah, we have the state of jumping, but we don't have an animation state for that. You will set more things than just animation in each state. Okay. 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 I'll stand corrected. Okay, so then we would say here state. We need another one that sets the state, right? Public. And that one could actually be private. I don't need it to be public. Private random state. Public current state. Public state. State current state. Current state. Uh, state dot idle. That's the initial one. Should work, right? Why do you not like that? Thought I always do it like that. So then here we say current state is, well, state dot jump that we don't have yet, but I will put it there anyway. Jump. Who knows? Maybe we will come up with a way to do an animation for that as well. Current state is state dot attack. Current state dot walk. I have to think about that one. So if current state is state.attacking, is of course the state.attacking, state.attack, then let me see. And after setting the state, you check for them at the end of physics process. There you will animate, move, etc. Now for the attack state, you need the animated sprite signal, animation finished. Okay. Okay. Current state. Does that work? Yeah, it should, right? Um, when the signal is called, you set the state to idle again. The attack state, you need the animated sprite signal, animation finish. And the physics process. Where do we have physics process anyway? That's already where we are. So animated sprite signal animation finished. And get node. There we go again. Animated sprite 2D. Animated sprite 2D. 2D. Dot animation finished. Oh, animation finished. And get node. So basically we would have to, if that is, no. We'll have to think of, my brain is starting to go to mush. I'm just confusing myself. So because we don't want this animation to, if it is finished, so how do you use animation finished? Can only appear on the left hand side. Okay. Okay. Sure. Normally you use the input actions to set the states, then you check for the states and execute methods and animations accordingly. Okay. So we wouldn't do that here, this if statement. Okay, let me remove it for now and just figure it out. Because we are doing input actions, we are kind of doing that. Because we're using the movement here for the left, right, up and down, which I even think should just be left and right. Up and down should not be used in this case. Then we set the state to state.walk. That is correct, I would say. So we'd also say that we do not set the animation right now, right? Probably also maybe not even the flip. I do not know that yet. And this one should then also not be used, but in this case we just said else current state is state.idle. but I don't think that is correct. We'll figure that out later. So then we would have a place where we check for all the different states and then check for if the animation has already been ended or not. Mm, So here we would have like a place to check that, right? I probably want to have a different function for doing that though. Really don't think I want to do that all in the same function. So switch. No, it was switch current state. No, God, I'm not in my best. Switch current state. There we go. Case state dot idle break case state dot walk uh, need colons break case state dot attack break. Gonna help with a text prompt for Finder. Might be easier than Twitch chat. Well, I, I I do know my C sharp, but I'm not so familiar with the things that I have to do for Godot. So I I'm just gonna have to do it properly, and that is the thing that I'm still not completely sure that I got that. But state.jump, and I usually don't like these kind of things. I usually like to make separate classes for them, but hey, we cannot do everything perfect at the first time. Case state.fire break. Did we have more? I think we have one more. Jump attack. Hurt. Oh, hurt and death. We didn't even do that. Okay, state.hurt. Oh, dot hurt. Break. No. Break. Okay, state.death. Death. Death becomes her. Break. And then we have a default. A default, I would say we always play the dragon idle animation. I really cannot stand not having this as a variable, so it should not be that hard, but um, for whatever reason, it didn't do what I thought it would do. Animated sprite 2D. Should be do a public animated sprite 2D. And then probably there's a like a ready state also, right? Where I can hey, Tiny does stuff. Welcome. See you're the first time here, so you agree with the results on my end. Copy and paste to Finder and how to set up a simple state machine in C# for a character in the Godot game engine. I agree with the results on my end. Seemed valid. Okay. I still think I have Finder open, so let me try that. And in the meantime, welcome Tiny Does Stuff. Nice nickname, by the way. What kind of stuff do you do? Because Tiny Does Stuff make me wonder what kind of stuff you do. Do you actually, are you also maybe a game developer? Because most of the people who follow me are usually game developers. If you're not, that's also fine. Everybody's welcome here, as you probably can imagine. I like to have people around. So ready is cold when the I just stopped by from Captain's Discord. Ah, very cool. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope you like your stay here. Um, Whenever I'm not here, I'm not making a game jam, then I'm making a game about my daughter. Um, and that is a 2D pixel art platformer that I'm not building in Godot. This time I'm doing Godot just for the game jam, but normally I'm using Unity, which is very hard for my laptop, but I'm still trying to do it. Hey, Shredder, welcome, welcome. So nice to have you on board as well. First time you're actually in my chat, I think, right? I've seen you a lot of times in your own stream, but never in mine. So welcome, welcome. Um, I was checking out what was told to me what I should try to do. State machine, blah blah blah. It doesn't give you much code though. Not that that matters much, but yeah. So I could also make functions and do that, and then just yeah, that sounds very good. Set state, transition to idle state, transition to walking state, transition to jumping state. That looks more like the code that I would like to do. First time, yeah, yeah. Welcome, welcome. I've been so many times in your chat that I feel like I know you very good. So you can continue the thread with further prompts. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that will work perfectly fine. I'm gonna just um, see about these because basically this also needs a break. Always does. So basically, when I have idle, walk, attack, jump, fire, hurt, and death, that's all fine, and default should be a state idle. Um, that should not be so hard. So yeah, I'm gonna create some functions here that actually handle this stuff, and then I'm gonna make sure that I set them properly. Um, just have to figure out how so far. Yeah, so I would say the current state to be character state idle, that you don't have to use a function for that really. Character state is current state, that could have been private also. Anyway, we're getting there, we're getting there. So if you do that in another engine that you normally work in, then everything is something you have to look at. It's really nice to be able to do it, but it's also not so easy. So let's start with basically I will create here a function private. What should I do here? I will make it a private void set state or something. And then take in my state, current state. That we should better not do that. New state. We're going to go to a new state, of course. So we want to change from the current state to a new state. So we were going to say that the current state becomes the new state, right? That should be how I want to do that. So then I also want to transition to states. Mm-hmm. So I would probably do something like private void transition to state. But then I should say which state I want to transition to. State, new state, and Probably also want to have the current state because I want to check if that's still going. And that is what you were saying before to me, right, Captain Fullbar? Something with uh, you were mentioning something with checking if the animation is still going. I have to scroll back a little bit because I don't know where you said that. Input actions, blah blah blah. There was a thing that you check for. Animate sprite signal animation finished. That's the one. That's the one. Animation finished. Animation finished. Yeah. But I was also trying to get this animated sprite thing to work. Is new animated sprite. Sprite 2D. Should work, right? No. For some reason, I cannot figure out today how to do that. I usually am pretty good with this, but and emit it when the animation finishes. So basically, you check, and I will just use the long one, which I don't want to, but I will. So we check for the animated sprite 2D dot animation finished, and for the current state. So the thing is that I probably did something stupid because now, of course, I cannot just say attack or jump because it's drag and jump and stuff like that. You cannot just you can check what animation is finished and set a new state when the callback method is called. Set state, state idle. Yeah, okay. So I don't have to do anything there with the current state, right? Because basically what I would need to do is check for animation finished. Finished. So if get node animation animation finished. Mm, is that not a boolean? It's an action. So how do you use that? It doesn't make any difference. It says exactly the same as what I'm saying. You have to connect to the signal first. How do you connect to a signal then? Because I know what I want to do here. So I want to set state, a new state that I can already do. There we go. That will work. That is fine. That I that I figured, Captain Fubar. That's that's basically my own fault. I should ask better questions. Um, uh, physics process transmission to. Da, da, da. There we go. They use the animation player. That's not what I'm using. It's okay. It's okay. I know it was not a bad remark on your end. You don't have to apologize. You're helping me beyond belief. So don't feel bad for even if you would say something like dude, you're stupid, because you'd be right, man. I am stupid when it comes to Godot. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just learning it as I go, and hopefully that will someday become something nice. Hmm. I own, since I don't use C sharp, I wouldn't know out of hand. I don't remember it is something like note.signal pluses. Ah, yes. So okay, so we go for the like we have to subscribe to the event, I guess. Animated sprite animation finish plus is on animation finished. Ah, okay. Um, plus is on. Oh, here you go. Not there. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was wondering already where what I'm doing wrong here, but oh, in ready. Okay. Then I put ready on the top here because I removed ready. I didn't need it at the time. Ready. There we go. Boom. Base that ready. So boom. There we go. Um, animation finished. Jesus. Animation finished. I said finished. Plus is on animation. Animation finished. And it's not liking that. Potential fixes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so basically this is the same kind of idea, but there you use connect. So the connect is basically the same as the plus is, right? But that's Godot script. Yeah, I opened it, but I wasn't looking at this at the time. Sorry. Um, okay, plus is on timer timeout. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. So basically here we can do the what we wanted to do before, set state, new state. But then we need to know the new state there, of course, also. Um, that means that we need to know the new state outside of this, otherwise we will not be able to do that. We're getting there. It's just a little bit of tricky things here. Because you cannot give parameters to this one, so this should be empty. So I need to know which is the state that we're trying to pass on to. So this goes away. Um, so basically we call, no, this doesn't go away. We do the set state here. We're basically going to say transition to state from the other one. So here we can say, but we still need to know which one to use. Well, that depends. If we're gonna transition from idle to walk, it's gonna be walk, of course. Mm, well, that might work actually. Yeah, set state state.idle. So after any of the animation is finished, we go back to idle. I'm thinking too difficult. I'm thinking way too difficult. So that basically would mean that we don't need to transition to state most likely. You can continue to set input to state.walk in process. Uh-huh. Yeah. So as soon as you set the state, it will also, well, not. We would set here the animation to play. Current state is new state. I think my brain is not working anymore, you guys. I've been working since 5 a.m. this morning and it's now 10 p.m. It should be peanuts. I've done it before, state machines. No, not that. Not that. I said Control Z. There you go. There we go. So this will just be idle. And this will be walk. This will be attack. This will be jump, which we don't have. I'll just do nothing with that for now then. We have this one though. Fire. Dragon hurt. And we have the dragon death. So that should be the proper way to go. And it's pretending that it's using this reference, but I don't think I did anything with transition to state, right? Unless I'm completely wrong, I'm not using it right now. And I'm not wrong, so I'm taking that out. We don't like unused code. Okay. So basically we're at the moment only getting to attack. We would get to jump, but there's no jump animation, so we don't get that. We have an idle, which we don't set here anymore, which we don't need to, so let's get that out. Same goes for this one. Now you only need to add the movement logic in there too. the movement logic of the at least the velocity here is in there. So if I'm walking, I can walk. The jumping I have um, here, so it's also there, and it's also testing if it is on floor, so that's there. Yeah, before setting the jump state. Yeah, okay. I'll probably do this so the state gets set after the rest. And this will also not be needed anymore. And that means also we could maybe say the flipping also, but yeah, that's too much to do at the same time. That should be it for now. And then let's see. Let's see if it works. Reload. You need to move the velocity logic into the switch statement too, else you keep overriding states. Okay. And I'll just do that. So the walk, the velocity part here, and the jump should go out here. So if we're getting it to state of walking, we do that probably before we do the animation. But of course it doesn't know it here because I have it locally defined, I guess. Yeah, yuck. Public vector to velocity is velocity. Where does that velocity come from? Why is there a capital velocity and I don't see that anywhere? Hey Pythion, thank you for following, and hi Code Red Games, thank you for the raid. That is so nice of you. Um, yeah, so many people all at once. Nice, thank you. Yeah, so for the people who do not know me, this is normally not what I'm doing. I'm usually working in Unity, and at the moment I'm working in Godot. This is something that I'm doing for a game jam. Normally, I make a game about my daughter. I can give you a little bit of a preview. Just give me a second. So I do that correctly, because if I turn this on, you should see in the right bottom corner the idle animation of my main character of my normal game. I'm trying to do a game jam here at the moment with Godot, which is something I'm not used to, but it also feels as a good way to get to know the engine a little bit better, to see if I could use that for maybe my main game or just for anything else. Um, just wanted to see what I can do with it. I'm not expecting that I will be able to do a great state machine. I'm also not expecting to have an awesome game. I'm also not expecting to win anything. I don't care about that. I'm just trying to learn, and I fortunately have a very nice viewer here called Captain Fubar, who's helping me a lot with what I have to do here. Um, the only thing for me was I didn't want to use Godot with the also popular GD script. For me, it looks too much like Python, and I don't like Python, so I wanted to do it with C Sharp because that I'm used to from Unity. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And yeah, normally the game that I'm building is called Gaia. It's about my daughter who's now 4, almost 5 years old, and she is going to be in the first level in Amsterdam with me because we live from the Netherlands together. I'm together with my son, also her little brother, who's even younger than she is. We're walking through Amsterdam. She's stubborn. She doesn't listen to me and jumps over a drawbridge that I'm creating in pixel art. And yeah, basically, I cannot follow her. She sees a portal get erected by the goddess Gaia herself, she steps through the portal and lands in the world of Greek mythology. That is the idea of my game, and in the Greek mythology worlds, you will find out that the goddess Gaia needs her help because basically the gods, a link to our world leaders, are making a mess of the world, and she needs help to fight them basically because gods are not allowed to fight each other. And with every world that she will clean up, the world will get a little bit better, and in the end, she will meet the goddess Gaia herself and get transferred back to me, her brother, and her mother. So that's a little bit of the idea that I have for the game. Also, that should be available for people with disabilities, which is a very big thing for me that I want to do with it. Um, and yeah, it's probably going to be a multi-year project because so far I'm doing everything alone. I don't have the money to hire people to do anything for me, which I hope that my streaming will in the end maybe get me to do. So for now, I do everything solo. And for this game jam, um, I've chosen to do a game where you play a dragon, um, and this dragon is supposed to destroy as much as possible. And everything you destroy will give you points. Um, the more and the faster you do it, the more points you get. If you destroy a human, then you also get points because basically you are the monster is the theme. So that's what I was hoping I can do. I hope I can get there. So far, I don't have that much yet. I have a dragon. It can walk around. It can jump a little bit. It has a scrolling background, and that's as far as I got so far. But for somebody who doesn't know Godot yet, I think I got pretty okay things going right now. So we have some code. Things are not correctly at the moment because direction is not known. I have to figure out why and what is wrong here. Here's a velocity, but I don't know where it set it. I didn't see that yet. So basically I'm looking for that right now because it's telling me that it doesn't know velocity, but it also doesn't have any velocity except for the one down here, which would not be something that I'm expecting because I'd expect it to be defined before that. Also with a capital V. It's a property of character body 2D, but we're using the character body 2D, right? So it should know it. Field initializer cannot reference a non-static field method or property character body 2D velocity. Show okay. So I'm not allowed to use it here because basically I cannot be using it here. So okay, then I'm just gonna call it like that. Is new vector 2. Then like that. Should work. And I just use it wherever I need it now because that should still work. This is on floor is a separate thing. Someone just rated me even though I'm not streaming. Cool. That is funny. Code Red games. If you're getting rated while you're not streaming. I had that the other day. I was trying to rate somebody, but my laptop was getting so damn slow because of OBS that I couldn't see if the person was still active or not. And then I ended up rating somebody who just went offline. That really, I'm so sorry for the person who I rated. I don't even know who it was anymore, but that really is sucky. You come and rate somebody with, I don't know, I think I had at that time like 20 users or something, and we never ended up with anyone. So I think at the end of this stream, I'm going to ask you guys maybe just to do that for me. Find somebody who I should raid, and then we will rate that person, and I can maybe just join on my phone after that, so I can see who's there and not blow up my laptop basically because it really goes slow. And I think we're having quite a nice group of people watching, so I'm very happy that people are here, and I hope you enjoy that my stunting is not too terrible. I'm learning. I make a lot of mistakes, but mistakes are also how you learn, right? So I usually have the philosophy that if I'm learning from this, maybe you guys can also have a little bit of a moment that you learn from this too. We should have an infinite stream. Yeah, that would be cool if I rate myself. Yeah, that is cool. How many viewers would I get? I don't know how many I have at the moment. I cannot see that right now, but I'm pretty sure we're at least like 20 or 30 or something, which is nice. I I'm happy that so many people are finding this channel and actually seems like you guys are liking it, so that's good. Um, this direction is also a little bit of a bother for me because we don't want to get all the logic out of here. Hmm. You know what? I think that is going to be something for another moment. It's too much right now. I'm feeling that my brain is starting to get fried. I am pretty sure I could have figured it out, but maybe it should be better if I'm not already working since 5 a.m. at 10:20. Use it before the before they patch it. Yeah, that would be something. Oh, that I already removed, so that I can remove again. That's okay. We just need to. I think for the next time that we are starting to do this, we should figure out, or I should figure out, of course, how to get these things out of here so we don't keep overriding our things. And for the ones who just came in who have no clue um, what I was building so far, let me show you guys what I was doing. Might be nice. Um, and I just realized I just left Gaia on at the bottom. Thank you for the follow stress test. That is very nice. I can always use more followers and subscribers and donators and whatever because as the most people who've been watching me have seen, my laptop is really struggling keeping up here. And the only thing that I've always said, my family should not suffer for my um, little hobby so far, um, and it should pay itself. Otherwise, I should not put in more money. It's just basically not fair to them if I would do that. So um, let me see if what we had so far is still working, and if the animations is also still working. That would be nice. If the attack is still being overwritten, that's something we are expecting, so that's okay. Um, so let's see how far we got. Hello, stress test. Uh, where are you from, if I may be so blunt to ask? And do you maybe also develop games? Is that something you do? Is this you're just following? I don't know. Canada. Wow, nice. We have a mother here close when I bring my kid to school, who originally is from Canada as well. So she teaches English at the school of my daughter, which is really cool. Tiny does stuff. Tell me about it. I'm using a 10-year-old laptop and it runs on an i3 and Intel HD graphics family 400. I have to go off the stream. Bye, AZ. Was nice to have you here. Always nice, and you're always welcome back another time, right? Stress that I play around in Unity time to time, but nothing advanced. You stream too? I have to fill in the time anyway because we're waiting for this to load. So I have time to ask you questions. Ideal candidate for Godot engine. No streaming? Okay. Yeah, I thought I would not do that either, but I do. Okay, so the walk animation is no longer working, but we do have a little bit of a world we can scroll around through. I don't think we have the correct setting yet for parallaxing, but we can figure that out later. At least we have something that still works. The idle animation is working, the rest doesn't. And I think my thing is a little bit too big. I can stand here in the air. That's not good. So those are kind of details that we will have to fix later on. Um, but we have a little bit of a world. We can do stuff. I don't think the attack animation would work. No, it doesn't. So we have some mistakes still going on, most likely, and we will have to fix them later. Um, anyway, I think I have to be smart and call it quits. It's already 10:30. Tomorrow I wake up again at 5 a.m. So if I would keep going now, I probably would hurt myself too much to get up in the morning. Um, so I'm going to ask you guys this time, um, who do you think I should rate? It could be somebody I don't follow. I don't mind. I'm always happy to meet new people. So if you see somebody who's online right now on Twitch and you say that's a person you really should follow, then let me know and I will start a raid to that person. And in the meantime, I would say thank you everyone who was here. There was such a nice crowd today. I really like all of you guys, and you were amazing. Setulix is nice. I know Setulix, so I can rate him. Raid Setulix. Okay, I did that correctly. So in that case, I can only say thank you guys, and I hope to see you again on one of my next streams. It might be this game jam if I keep going with it, and if I have still a moment that I can stream before it ends. Um, if not, it will be Gaia the game, and I really hope you guys will like what I'm doing there. So please be sure to follow if you can subscribe using Amazon Prime or anything else. Um, you're always welcome to come back again. Thank you guys. And thank you for the follow, Exodus UK. You're also neighbors. I did press enter and it's not going yet. There we go. We're starting a raid. Oh, we're not. Invalid username Settelix. What the heck was his name, right? I will have to check on my phone then. Because I don't know it from the top of my head either. Uh, Thank you, Exodus. I like the art style too. I must admit, I didn't make this myself, but I also do make pixel art. I do that for my own game. Um, yeah, it's definitely Settelix. Maybe I typed it wrong. Let me see it again. Yeah, us in the Netherlands are pretty close to you, so Settelix. Did I type it correct now? Looks like Settelix. I'll try it again. Yep, that works. Wow, we have we had quite a lot of nice viewers. I didn't even know we had so many. So thank you again, and we'll see you in the next stream. Bye.